Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about UI Goku. And I've got some tips and tricks for you today. I probably have about 15 hours or so in practice trying to really nail this character down, so I think I got some pretty good tips and tricks for you today. So first let's talk about the Kamehameha. You can go forward and backwards. You probably already know that. But something you may not have noticed is his back quarter circle back Kamehameha has throw invincibility. You can see it there popping up in the invincibility info. So let's try that real quick. I'll set up Jiren to grab me and then show how to get out of it. Alright, so Jiren's going to grab me here, and you see it coming, and you can just backflip Kamehameha out of it. And then of course you can vanish right afterward. So you see the grab coming, and then vanish, and then you can go into your combo. So not a huge deal. Of course you can just backdash or jump out of grabs as well, but it kind of adds that extra little instant punish if you see a grab coming. So next let's talk about the hops. Boink, boink, boink. They're a lot of fun, but watch the invincibility when I do it. Projectile immunity. So if any projectile comes toward you, you can just bounce over it, including beams. So we'll have Cell here throw a Kamehameha at me, and I'll just hop around it. See, any projectile comes toward you, you can just hop over it. And then when you get up to the enemy, you can punish with either light, medium, or heavy. The medium is a grab, so I tend to go toward that one. So I have Cell throw a beam at me, and I'll hop over it, and then punish him with a grab at the end. So maybe not the quickest, way to grab someone, but in a pinch, you could hop over projectiles that way. If you know they're spamming like a projectile that has a lot of delay on their recovery, then you could use it. But there are better options. Also, something to note is not only can you cancel the hops into light, medium, or heavy, but you can also cancel into Kamehameha. So I'll show that here. So that's even quicker, quicker way to punish. Probably not the most practical way to avoid projectiles, because say someone's going to shoot a beam at you, you could just counter it with the counter stance. And the recovery is so slow on beams that you could easily just follow up with, auto combo or something. So next let's talk about UI Goku's counter stance. Now, if you're playing some lower level players, they're probably just going to get countered and get hit. But if you're fighting players who are a little more experienced, are probably going to want to vanish after you counter them. But there are ways you can counter it as well. You can vanish like that, or you can down heavy, which is even better. But the reaction time for that is really quick, so it kind of only works if you know they're going to vanish when you counter them. So they're going to vanish, so you just mash that down heavy, and then you can get them. So something else I want to talk about is the standing light. Yeah, it has a pretty big hitbox. It's pretty nice actually, but it does have one flaw. It's a 7-frame startup. So you can see their attack startup 7 frames. Most characters standing light is 6 frames. So you're going to be 1 frame slower than everyone else, which means when you're on a 0 frame starter, and you both mash at the same time, you're going to get hit. So usually when that happens is universal overhead. So I'll demonstrate that here. Cell will hit me with the universal overhead and then hit me with a light, and I'll try and mash light after blocking the universal overhead, and you'll see that he'll hit me before I hit him. See? So you're always going to lose on a 0 frame advantage starter. So keep that in mind. It does play a factor in some of UI Goku's block strings, and particularly for universal overheads. But the alternative, instead of mashing, is, backdash is probably your safest bet on after universal overhead. You can also reflect it. So next, let's talk about walking forward. So key Blast Invincibility, you can see there. I've used it in battle several times, especially against characters like Frieza. So usually what I do is I'll walk forward when I know Frieza's going to start shooting key blasts. And then once the key blasts start going past me, I super dash. So it's a nice little tool that you can use on some characters that have a lot of key blasts. So UI Goku, something really unique to UI Goku is he has this move called Unrestrained Will. And all you do is hold down R1 after recovery. So what I find myself doing is anytime I'm being comboed, I just hold down R1, because if they drop it, they're going to get punished with that move. I wouldn't always use it on Wake Up though, because if they know it's coming, they can block it and punish you. So let's say Jiren is comboing me, right? He drops the combo, and then I can punish. But something else to note about it is it's vanish cancelable. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm holding down R1, I punish him, and then I can vanish right afterward. And then do my combo. So, pretty cool. I thought that was interesting because when I first started playing the character, I would just use the Unrestrained Will, and then that was it. And then just try to do some Oki or something. But, you can vanish afterward and then get a little more damage out of it. Another tip that I want to talk about is the Ki Blast. So it's a high priority Ki Blast, like Jiren's. But, when I'm throwing it out in neutral, I usually just hit with that and that's it, right? Or vanish afterward or something. But you can actually cancel it into a Kamehameha and actually deal more damage out of it. Now you have to cancel kind of early in order for it to hit, but if you do, say it deals 1400, that's more than the Ki Blast alone, or just the Kamehameha alone. So, nice little tip there, you deal a little extra damage in neutral. And the last little tip I want to give is on Goku's down heavy. So, well, first a note I want to say, it's pretty nice. It hits at a nice angle, gives a lot of, you can advance the field a lot with that move. But it is kind of like Yamcha's, where it has 2 hits. So if you only let the first one hit, it's going to mess it up. So wait for that second hit and then go. But that's not what's really cool about this move. So let's set Jiren on block. See that gap between? It makes him unpunishable by other characters down heavies. So if we set Jiren to punish with a down heavy afterward, he can't hit. And it could be used really good for a mix-up. So say he goes for a down heavy, I can go in and punish with a 2M. So let's show that. And then go into my combo. You can also follow up with a instant air dash afterward, so you can go back or forward. Kind of like Vegeta's quarter circle forward light. I'll show you what that looks like here. And then you can, so if you know they're not gonna punish you with the down heavy, you can come in and then continue your combo. It's a pretty useful tool. You can use it, stay back, or you can use it, come back in, and then continue your combo. So it's a nice little move that you can use in block strings and things like that. And it's not really punishable either. So next, let's talk about block strings. Usually what I do is light, light, down, medium, medium, heavy. And then from there, you have a few options. Usually what I do is quarter circle forward light. So it has an 18 frame startup, which is fairly quick. And if they click a button, they're going to get punished. If they jump, they're going to get punished. So their only option there is to block it. And it's only -2 frame advantage. You can see that there. So unless they're mashing and know you're going to do it, then you can just continue punching afterward and they're not going to be able to do anything. Especially if you use an assist. So if I go like this, and then you... So if I go like this, and then use Vegeta, I can continue, and they're not going to be able to do anything. But even without assist, it's going to be, they're going to be hard pressed to actually stop you from continuing to combo against them. So something else you can do once you're here is grab quarter circle back medium, and you can grab them. And even though it's 31 frame startup, you're probably going to get them because they've been expecting you to do quarter circle forward light. You could also use the grab anywhere in the combo, so you can hit twice and then grab. You could hit once and then and then grab, right? And then medium, you know, grab. So really useful tool. Something else to talk about is quarter circle back light, this move here. You can use that as well after you're standing heavy. It is down heavy punishable though, so I wouldn't use it all the time, but throw it in every once in a while, and when it hits, you're +3. You're +3 frame advantage. It's really rare that you get a move in this game that gives you plus frames. So basically what that means is you're doing your block string, you go into that, and then you just continue. You get a free extra combo out of it. Just don't use it all the time, otherwise they're going to punish you with the down heavy. Something else that we can do at the end of the block string is go into Ki Blast, and then Kamehameha. And then lastly, we have quarter circle back heavy, which, let's set Jiren here on jump for a counter. Where's my up? Oh, there it is. Alright, so when I hit, he's going to want to jump up. So I'm doing my block string, and I go into that. He tried jumping, and he got hit. And what's cool about this move is it has a lot of hit stun. So you can just go into a combo right afterward. You have plenty of time to think about it and get him as well. So those are your options. I think while I'm doing block strings personally, I tend to use quarter circle forward a lot with an assist and then follow up. Also, if you just saw there, if they jump before you use quarter circle forward, then they're going to get hit. And then lastly, I use grab. So my two main block strings are quarter circle forward at the end, or my grab at some random point in the block string. And just those two, if you get good at those, throwing those two at will, you're going to mix up your opponent really well. Now let's talk about combos. So UI Goku has his bread and butter combos are pretty much like what most characters in this game have. I'll show you what I mean here. Just like that. But something else that you can do at the end of the combos is, well, UI Goku has that where he can get his quarter circle forward medium, and he can get a heavy knockdown with it. Just like that. But something else that he can do at the end is follow up with quarter circle back light and go down to the ground. Just like that. And what's really cool about that move is you can follow up with an assist and extend the combo really easily compared to other combo routes. So I'll show you what I mean here. So just like that, and you can get pretty good damage extending your combo like that. In the corner, it's the same deal with the bread and butter combos. It's pretty much the best combo route that he has. He has some other ones that can deal a few hundred more damage. But when you're first picking up the character, it's not really worth putting in the time for those. So now I got a ToD for you. It can work with UI Goku as point or as mid. If he's on mid, you have to use a level 3 assist, a level 3 super assist in order for it to work. But if he's on point, you can use 2 level 1 assists. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Something to note about that combo is when you, right after you use this forward special move, you're going to go into a heavy, but you have to delay it. But other than that, everything else is pretty straightforward like you saw. In the description section of this video, I'll have all the combos written out for you if you want to see the combos written out. Well, that's going to do it for today's videos, tips and tricks with UI Goku. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, or if you have any other tips that you'd like other people to see, you're welcome to leave that in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Wish for Roshi, and I'll see you in the next video.